Oh, shit. Hold on. I gotta stop sitting on my cigarettes. Oh, I'm not sitting on them. Okay. Boom, 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 boom.
All right. Welcome back to Jakey's Pod. I'm sitting here with the 2024 Phillies Phunniest bronze medalist. Big bronze star for my boy here.
Thank you.
I'm down here with Logan in the dojo. This is the second pod I've recorded in the dojo. Me and Logan, we just had a big serious meeting, and now we're doing a little episode.
Yeah, dude.
We were just talking some serious business.
Yeah, dude. I like it. I like talking business with you, Jake. You give a firm handshake.
Yeah, we had a pretty serious business discussion, talking about some upcoming stuff. In the last podcast, I talked about, which I should just probably drop it at this point, but I talked to my Hotep brother-in-law. I had him into the dojo, and where we left off on that was that Sean was mad at me, but now Sean's not mad at me.
Sean's not mad at you. Yeah, I'm caught up to date on that. I don't know what Hotep is. You tried to explain it to me over text message. I'm excited to watch when it comes out.
He sat right where you're sitting now.
This
is
feel
the first
his essence.
The dojo is. This is a good place to. This is a good. The dojo. This is where we shot our little project, our little sneaky side project.
Yeah, we got some very cool stuff coming out.
Big stuff coming out, and it just hinges on.
I finally wore him down. After a year.
We got worn down.
I promise you'll like it. You'll like
this
the
is
stuff.
The spot. This is where this is where it all went down. This is where it all happened.
I would if you can bury me under your house, that would be great.
I would live down here.
Yeah,
honestly.
This is a fun time.
We want to turn into maybe an apartment one day.
Yeah, for your cat maybe.
This is basically his.
This is your cat's
where he jacks
apartment.
off. These are his posters. He does also. You came down here. I mean, this happened on the Greg podcast too. He just he goes in the tank. He thinks
he was chilling, dude. I thought you got a new lizard. It was nuts.
He thinks he's a lizard all day. Maybe I'll cut in some footage right now. On top of this, you'll see what he did all day, which is he and the lizard just hang out and snuggle
and
play.
Fucking chill.
But yeah, we had a business meeting, and it all comes down. We're pretty much locked in.
I think.
But it all hinges on one little boy's dream, on one little boy's decision, and
Yeah, you're gonna make that.
This is gonna come out in like 3
dream
weeks, so
come
we'll
true.
already have discussed it.
Yeah, it'll be good, dude. It's exciting. Just be on the lookout. Make sure
everyone's looking.
It really all hinges on Sean O'Shaughnessy. It
just hinges on Sean O'Shaughnessy.
Everything always hinges on Sean O'Shaughnessy.
He's promised me, because this is supposed to come out in 2 or 3 weeks. He's promised me tenfold revenge.
Yeah, he's scary.
Cerebral. Okay, let's mind. In revenge for my funny joke.
Yeah.
I'm gonna get unfunny revenge.
Sean is. You know what I'm scared of? I haven't spoken to Sean in a week since this has happened. I think you made him so angry that sometimes Sean just gets angry at me through Jake. That I think now I'm somehow on the shit list, and I had nothing to do with this.
You just
at
run
all.
or leaves with Brendan and by association.
Yeah, exactly. I'm too close. Sean, I had nothing to do with this. I would have taken those pictures myself. I feel like, go ahead.
He has promised me a cerebral, heavy, tenfold revenge plot where he said he's got a team of people working on it. And he said that the initial, drawing board stuff that they were working on was so fucked up that it would have hurt Maria somehow. So they had to scale it back.
You.
And I'm like, dude, are you gonna fucking break my kneecaps? And he's like, no. And I'm like, let's just remember the context of this funny joke we did. Remember?
I have a thought that Sean's actually in witness protection right now. He did some crazy shit that he's just not allowed to be talked about.
That's why the comedy show always has to be secret.
Yeah, everything's a secret, dude. Everything's a secret.
I'll show footage sometimes when
spray painting everything. Show the merch. Show the merch.
Is it
gonna be on there?
Well, I also I'm sorry, Sean. I did film you doing that, but that's for fun B-roll. That's for fun B-roll.
Jake is the worst you're like a cop watcher, dude. You're like a fucking.
I stick cameras in my friends' faces, and I know that's inappropriate, but
I fainted. I full on collapsed. I was shot by a sniper outside of Helium Comedy Club. First thing I see is fucking Jake pointing a camera at me. Is the first thing I could register in my mind. I thought like an IED had gone off.
You'll see that here. Also,
but yeah, put that in.
What's the word I'm looking for? I actually was thinking about that during Philly's Funniest. It was a tremendous Philly's Funniest season this year.
We
were just talking outside about how I feel like usually what happens is like like the beginning is popularity contest, and that's when everybody shows up.
Yeah.
And then less and less people go as it progresses.
Yeah, by the
This
end of
year,
July, everyone's like,
more
that's
and
still happening.
This year, more and more people were coming to the prelims. And I mean, not the prelims, the middle, the semis, and and the finals was so sold out they wouldn't let anybody in.
Yeah, no comics.
No comics could go in, which it was just like, in my mind, I was a little upset, but then at the same time, it was like, it's just off to the gods. The full, a sold out Helium, and they get to choose based on their laughter alone.
I kind of like that. Yeah.
Otherwise, we laugh at our friends. It's part of the thing about it too, but.
Yeah, we help each other out and stuff, and I don't think like anybody would have won with that. But
like, I had a coworker, and I was like, "What are you doing here?" And she was just like, "I'm just coming to see. I just heard about this," and I'm like,
"Hype."
I feel like they promoted it a lot more this year.
Yeah,
and it was just all these Philly people were interested in who Philly's Funniest is, and it was great. And Tata won. It's great.
Tata won. Brendan Donegan second.
Brendan Donegan placed, dude. It was. I think the world is happy.
I think the finals in general too. I don't think anybody really had a bad set at all. I think everybody was super funny and
it was just the whole. Also, I heard after I heard people murmuring after. Everyone's like, "I can't wait to do it next year." It already got people hyped up. I won't say who, but motherfuckers were already like, "I'm going next."
People
year.
are ready. People are gunning, dude.
Immediately. So.
I feel like this is our
people
first
in the crowd too. You know what I mean? Like,
yeah, we're like back, dude. We're back. Philly comedy is back, especially in the scene. I think this is what the first time since COVID. Everybody's excited.
This is what I don't want. This is what all we and you do is talk inside baseball.
I know, and I love it so much.
All we do is talk
it's
the
my
comedy
life.
Game. I know it's all I think about too, but that's why.
All right, well,
I can't just have.
Let's divert because I have something, right?
What do you got?
So okay, so it's like. We had a business meeting earlier, right? And I was on the phone with George before I got here, and I was like, Jake gets so mad at me because I'm late. I'm late to everything.
Yeah.
And I was like, and George is like, well, when did you tell him you were gonna leave? And I was texting the group chat so that way George could be a witness to the times I was texting.
Okay.
Yeah, I don't know. Any comment?
I noticed we kept George in the planning.
Yeah,
I wasn't sure if that was making him jealous. But I noticed we did that.
I just happened to be on the phone with him.
Am I still good? Okay, just checking. I'm still good.
Yeah.
And the scheduling, the pod. What were we just talking about? I'm sorry, I got distracted.
Me being
just
late.
in the background. Oh, I know from the jump that you're going to be late. So you said 7:30. So I already like.
I got here 7:45 though.
That's great.
That was good timing.
I wasn't. That's what I'm saying. I've just
it's
a thing is, and I've done this before, and I'm gonna slam her right here because I don't know if she listens, but I've done the worst hindrance to a podcast could be somebody being late beyond reason. So it's like if I'm geared up to talk at 8:00, by 8:30 I'm like my energy is sapped.
Anything over a half hour is too long.
By 9 I'm like I don't even want to talk to you anymore.
100%.
I was excited to talk to you. Now I'm mad at you for being late. And my previous podcast partner Alexa was classically late.
Yeah.
It just creates this grueling Have you ever had a weed guy
late.
who doesn't hit you back? Is your weed guy good?
No. My weed guy's the greatest
I hope
guy
my weed guy
in the world.
listens
I
to
shouldn't
my
talk
podcast
about
because
that.
You
I get it from
suck.
the dispensary. I have a medical card. That is my weed guy.
No, and I'm gonna be honest, and I know Nate, like I love you, brother, but it's like not even a joke at this point where it's like set aside your whole day. Do not have anything to do all day because you got to hit him up at like 11 a.m. You got to hit him up at 11 a.m. and he's going to be telling you that that's what I'm saying. Why lie? Why are you lying?
You
don't have to lie. No, but he starts telling me at like 5 that he's coming and he doesn't get there till fucking midnight. So I know. Just tell me.
He's like letting you know, hey, I'm on my way to work, and then I will be on my way.
But he'll also be like, he'll say at 5 like coming, like I'm coming through.
Yeah.
20 minutes, and I'll just be like, man, I'm sorry, I fell
Probably-
asleep. And I'm like, dude, don't worry about it. Take the nap, brother,
I
and
know.
then hit me later. Just like we can't keep doing. Actually, his prices are better than someone else. My other friend was like, I get you a deal. His prices are amazing. Nate's
Prices
great.
are so good.
His edibles used to be better, but now
you have
they're
to
still good.
wait for him. That's the tax.
By the way, I've been taking these Delta 9 edibles.
I
that
hate them so much.
they've been
They
making
control
me
your brain,
fully
dude.
retarded.
Yeah, they're not real.
Nothing makes me feel worse.
It's like gasoline in a gummy.
It smells like gasoline.
Yeah, because
and
it's sold at a Jiffy
and it
Lube.
hurts my fucking heart and brain. Like, no, literally, like I took some last night. Me and Maria were playing Harry Potter Poo Poo Legacy.
You said me and Harry Potter. Yeah, they are doing very good job, dude. Me and Harry Potter were playing with Maria.
We were playing. So Greg was just here. I mean, Heavy Metal Hotep. Which I'll tell you what Hotep is after. I'll tell you.
Okay.
But Heavy Metal Hotep.
Tell
was
me
here.
after.
Greg. And then which is also, this was really funny on the podcast where it's like we're having a great like a genuine conversation about this guy I've met like a handful of times. He's like also my family basically. So I'm like, but we're talking about religion. We're talking about life.
Getting into
We're
the
talking
good
about
Thanksgiving
politics.
combos.
After the podcast,
Yeah.
it's like, what shows do you watch? What games you playing?
Yeah,
Like
that's
normal conversation sucks. It's so like shallow. Like, but that being said, what
That's why we
games you
talk inside
playing?
baseball.
He goes, I mean, inside baseball, it's so good. It's just too personal. We're just
Yeah.
gonna start going off the rails. Me and
People
you
don't
go
know.
off the rails.
Yeah,
hard.
that's the problem. We got to cut all the
You
podcasts.
better not fucking press buttons. What were we just talking about? Greg, Heavy Metal Hotep.
Heavy Metal Hotep. And me being late.
The lateness. Greg was on time.
Yeah, Greg was on time. I was good. I was only 15 minutes late today. My dad always had a saying growing up, like, you can never be more late. It's like my dad would show up to things extremely late, and like I would get in trouble at school all the time. My dad would drop me off like 45 minutes late, and they'd be like, "You're really late," and my dad would be like, "What the fuck do they mean you're really late? You're just late. You can't be really late. You can't be extra
That's
late. You're just late."
Fundamentally untrue. You could be a little late. You could be super late.
No, my dad's like, "You're just late. You're just late. It
Once
is what
it's
it is.
late is late.
5 minutes, an hour late. What's it matter? It's all late." And he said also, you cannot be late if you show up with food.
That's a good rule. What are we talking work or are we talking like a party?
Really anything, I think.
And you did bring Chick-fil-A nuggets.
I brought Chick-fil-A nuggets
It's
tonight,
pretty
too.
fun, actually.
15 minutes late, Chick-fil-A nuggets, that's a good move.
Me and Maria, we looked at each other like, no. And then I was like, something to split. Little nuggets to split.
Hell yeah.
Logan comes. You know what's a good thing to bring always to a party? No one will ever get mad at you. You bring back a Smart Fruit white cheddar popcorn.
Yeah, so everybody get their hands all gross.
But like taste, people will dig in.
I almost bought us a 30-pack of chicken nuggets. And I was like, "George, is that weird if I pull up with a 30-pack of chicken nuggets?" George's like, "No, it's at 10 per person." He's like, "But then everyone's just putting their hands in it." And George made me all gross out. He's like, "You know what you should do? Get a 30-pack and then pull out 20 McNuggets yourself and be like, those are for you."
Just take 10, shake them into a bowl. Kids in high school used to do that. They'd buy like 100 McNuggets and bring those to a party. And that's what we did eat at a party.
Damn, you guys would eat at the...
At our straight edge
I'm
fucking
convinced-
no drug parties.
Dude, I'm convinced that nobody I know went to the... Like, everyone always is like, okay, so you were like straight edge. You were like not cool in high school.
Yeah.
Yeah. I was also not cool in high school. But like, I always have friends that are like, you know, like, yeah, dude, we used to go to parties and get drunk and fucked up at like 15. I'm convinced everyone's in on this inside joke of this high school that doesn't actually exist. Yeah, because that wasn't my experience. What high school did you go to? You guys were having sex?
No, in my town, I'll break it down right now, which is like so the beginning part of the pod, catch up on comedy life. Second part of the pod, a little history.
Yeah, give me a little
want to
history.
interrogate about your life. But I'm like talking about Seymour High School, there were the cool kids had the cool parents that would let you fucking do drugs in the finished basement and get drunk and
Very
throw up
fun.
in the toilet, and then the parents would be like,
At least
But
you did it
now,
here.
those
you know?
kids, I was not friends with, didn't get invited. Maybe I knew it was happening. Like I knew it was so weird. I have a memory right now. It's like a memory of there was these like very classic football games where
Yeah.
all the kids would go to the football games.
Yeah, hell yeah.
And I would hang out with the emo kids.
Yeah,
who
you
would
guys
go,
would be like fucking hissing
we would
at people
smoke
in
cigarettes.
the top.
There was a field next to the football field that was like dark with the lights off.
You guys
that
had
we
your
would-
own football game?
We would
Your
we
own
would
emo football
we'd
game?
stand away from the sports.
The other rivals would come and you guys would fucking rave off or something
we would
on the field?
we would do two things. We would smoke cigs and tabletop each other. Do you remember
Oh,
tabletopping?
dude, tabletop
Because
was
it was
fun
a
as hell.
soft ground, so we would go
Yeah.
hard on the tabletopping. Loved it, and it was dark.
That's
and
what
we were-
weird kids do at football games.
we would go wear capes and stand in the fucking we were emo.
Smoke
We were
fucking Maverick cigarettes and shit.
and from like the first half of high school, drugs weren't cool. But this is the memory. This is the vivid memory. Is one of these. He was in my grade, but he was like
Yeah.
one of those kids that was just like gigantic.
yeah,
He was huger than everybody.
yeah.
But I remember it was at the football game, and he was talking to his friends. He's like, I can't wait to get fucked up after this. He said it like that, like he'd had a long week of
That
high
shit's
school.
burned into your brain,
Because
dude.
he said it like
I still felt like I was there.
After this week of high school, I'm ready to get fucked up. But I remember being like 15-year-olds.
What does that mean?
What 15-year-old talks
we're going
like
to
that?
we're going to Cold Stone.
What did he pound? Some Natty Lights? Like what did he? What did
Is that
he
what
get?
he was drinking?
I don't remember. Like what could he?
Was he drinking?
And also, you want to know something funny? Ironically, my first time ever trying cocaine in college was with that kid years later. I remember being like,
That kid fucking said, look at that. That kid set a goal for himself to get fucked up. And he did it.
that's what I'm saying. I'm in college. Someone's like, "Do you want to do coke for the first time?" And I was just like, "Yeah." And I looking around, I'm like, "And that kid from high school's there too for this." Well, I don't know how much you want to talk about this, but every
We
time
should as long as you maybe don't use real names.
I don't give a fuck, baby. I'm burn it down.
We really hope you're doing well.
I genuinely think he's probably fine.
Yeah, he's probably fine. That's what my mom moved to South Jersey and like my cousins lived in like the rich part,
Yeah.
right? And they would be like he would tell me stories of like things they would do and I'd be like, damn, like am I depressed? Like do I not have friends? I don't think I have friends. Like these kids are doing these kids are boofing like these.
See, this is what I will say. Is you know what my Ichigo is such a fuck. You want to do some ASMR? Put it up to his nose.
Yeah. Yeah.
Back then. And wow, how was that? How was that audio? No, but we were talking about. So this is a very specific thing for my high school and my friends.
Yeah.
So we were these emo straight edge kids. Like there was this group of kids who was drinking and doing drugs and having sex.
Yeah.
And they were just like, and like my friends, we were like still caught in our childhood. Like I was playing with Yu-Gi-Oh cards when I was 15 years old. You know what I mean? Like, I was still buying toys and shit. I didn't stop buying toys until like 2 years ago, frankly. And
Yeah, they thought you were autistic for the longest time.
Well, I mean, we use words like that now, but back then we were just artsy. We were the artsy kids. So we were like, they were in sports, and we did fucking band, and I did the school newspaper.
you did tabletopping.
We did tabletopping. We did. That was like the best times. You would just be like, we didn't do anything. We just riffed with our friends.
Yeah, you just
Eventually, we tried pot in there, but like
Yeah.
we didn't it was still pretty wholesome.
So you did,
but,
yeah. Go
But
ahead,
so these we had these straight edge parties at this one kid's house, and they were called bonfires, and it was very much like
the place to be.
advertised as like an alternative. We're not doing drugs, and always one kid would show up,
Fucked
chugged a
up.
beer, and show up fucked up, and he would get like scorned.
Yeah,
We would all be like, your Jim fucking showed up drunk, or
Dude.
so-and-so smoked pot and came to the party. And we would literally like, and by the end of these parties, they got so gay by the end of them.
Yeah.
I remember there were literally times where people would sit around the fire and sing Kumbaya. Like it was like a single
Dude, you get all drinking like Mountain Dews and
high
shit.
school musical.
Just fucking hyped up.
People have these are warm memories.
Would you guys
for
like
people.
would it get weird? Like would there be like fights that would break out and stuff, or was it like
drama, nothing physical.
yeah, those
Yeah, it was-
kids didn't fight.
No, we were all
So it was like all the weird it was like all the emo kids.
we were all the emo kids, the alternative.
There was no
kids.
like football players at these parties.
One or two, but that's he would show up and be like, I think I think so and so smoked joints before. You know what I mean?
Yeah, yeah. He was
Oh.
trying to like get with one of the girls that was hanging out
And even
there.
though very straight edge parties
or
did a lot of sex at those parties. Those were good for sex, dude.
That's great. I
Did
didn't
a lot
want
of
to
my
talk about high
formative
schoolers
teenage
banging.
sex. I don't know about other high schoolers. I know about me. We did gross shit, dude. Like
With your
slather
boys?
ladies. No, not with my boys. You pervert. That was me where me and my high school girlfriend would make out and then go like do gross shit. In my parents' minivan.
Yeah.
So gross.
Your mom watches this.
Oh, they knew. They
They
didn't know.
knew.
They knew. You know, it's actually a really
Your
funny,
dad was in the back
it's actually
seat.
a really funny story, but like, this is I swear.
They knew is crazy.
My parents knew.
They'd be like, "You taking the minivan out tonight?"
No. This is like the genuine story, which is like, first just got my license, and my parents were very strict with the driving rules, so I couldn't
Cool.
use friends in the car. Couldn't have friends in the car.
No friends in the car.
Yeah.
That's
but
crazy.
it was like my first time with the car,
Yeah.
so I drove to this house where the parties were.
Yeah.
Could only stay till 10 o'clock curfew. Early, right? Like that's so 10. And
That's so
and it was
early.
my first time bringing the car there myself.
Damn, you pulled up with it and nobody can you just look at it.
No, it was cool. Yeah, we
Yeah.
we couldn't bring my friend. They were like, it was there. Everyone, all those parents were strict too, so they wouldn't have let.
Did your
Us,
parents all talk?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
They were all linked up and shit. So like,
Yeah.
me and my girlfriend were like, let's fuck in the car. We have the car. We're like, what do we do with the car? We're like, let's fuck. And then I'm like, I don't have condoms. We were also very good. We used condoms every time. So
Oh my God,
we
dude.
were like, didn't know how sex worked. We were children, so we were like, but I'm like, let me go
We were
whip.
children.
Let me go pull this whip down to the old Rite Aid down the street.
Yeah.
And get some condoms.
Yeah.
I leave the party. My parents.
yeah.
My
yeah,
parents. They're like,
yeah. They're tracking you?
no. This was
Oh.
before tracking.
Oh,
This-
okay.
and they were very trusting. They were
Yeah,
like,
that's good.
let's roll by the house.
Okay.
Let's go see the car parked in front of the house.
Oh no.
Let's go see the car parked in front of the house because.
Yeah, but
we're-
you're at
they're
Rite
like,
Aid.
we're
You're ready
trusting.
to.
We're trusting him his first time. We love her.
How old are you?
I must have been 18.
17?
I think I was 18.
Okay, so you were
I
senior.
must have
in
been
high school.
18 and she must have been a year older than me.
Oh.
But we met when we started dating when we were like 15 and 16.
It's all good. Everyone's over 18. That's what I heard. You're like, no. I was 18. She was 19. If there's anything that's for certain, it's that she was definitely 1 year older and not younger.
It was a different time. It was a different era.
Anyway,
God, I hate this world.
that's so funny.
But,
I know we have to preface it.
But either way,
You're
so
like, we met when we were 13.
we met when we were children, and this is my high
Yeah.
school girlfriend I dated all through high school.
Nice. So
Sorry,
you're
it's
18.
spilling tea.
You're
No,
at a
but either way-
straight edge party.
So either way, my parents roll by.
Yeah.
I've left to go buy condoms.
Nice.
They don't see the car there. They're immediately wigging out.
Freaking
They're
out.
calling the
Yeah,
parents.
because I know you.
They're calling my high school girlfriend.
Oh, no.
They're calling all my friends at the party. All my friends at the party think I'm there. They're all calling me. They're like, Jake, your mom's blowing me up. My
Oh,
girlfriend's like, you need to
no.
come back.
Ixnay the condoms.
Well,
You left the phone in the minivan, dude. You're
so I
on
come
a-
back and they're like, where did you go?
Hold on. How was buying the? Did you buy the condoms?
Yeah.
Yeah. How'd
And-
that go?
It was fine.
Oh, it was regular.
Yeah, it was just, nerve-wracking, but fine.
Nice.
You know what
Okay,
I mean?
I didn't know.
And then they were like, what did you do? Why did you leave? And I
Yeah.
was like,
You had to come out with.
I was
something.
like, I wanted to go buy snacks for the party because
good
I
move.
wanted to use
And you
my
came
new
back with
freedom
no
to buy
snacks, obviously.
No, they didn't check that detail. That was
Nice.
So ended up, smoothing it over.
Yeah,
getting
your
to
mom was
stay.
like, "I'm sorry to scare everybody like that."
we smashed at the. I got to smash.
and then you still
They
smashed.
left and still smashed. Still smashed in the minivan. In the
Nice.
minivan. God, that's why. Do not let teenagers have parties at your house. Like
It's straight edge,
it's just a
not
nightmare.
straight
It's just a
edge.
nightmare. It's just a
nightmare.
the straight edge might be worse because now
It's-
you're just horny. You know what
Yeah.
I mean? Like
I don't think I think I went to like 4 high school parties.
you shouldn't go to. Yeah, bad.
I got drunk with my mom more than I did with any high schooler.
That's fun.
Yeah, no, it
Well,
wasn't
so
at
this
all.
is the thing. I mean, I just went. Jake, I love talking about my. I had like a very wholesome high school experience. It felt
Yeah.
like B plot Euphoria, like nothing too crazy happened.
Yeah, you guys were. Yeah,
You know, some kid died in a car crash like 2 schools over. Like that's.
Oh yeah, we were that school.
Yeah. But that's the thing. Every time I talk to Logan about his life or childhood, you sometimes go into these crazy directions where like your whole upbringing is you're like a real Philly boy.
Yeah, I if you ask my family, I'm not though, because my mom moved to Jersey, so I
Right.
would spend like, I'm literally like I'm half and half, right? Like I'd spend a week with my dad here, and then a week at my
Yeah.
mom's in Jersey.
But this is where you're from, like
This is where I'm
and
from.
then you
Yeah,
would go to Jersey
100%.
with the mom and
Yeah,
chill out for a
exactly.
little
All
bit.
my Jersey friends say I'm from Philly, and all my Philly friends make fun of me.
Aha. But yeah, you were. Can you talk about? I mean, do you remember the conversation? I don't want to like. I guess like statute of limitations type of shit.
Yeah,
But,
what do we
but,
want to talk about?
What was the Do you remember the shit we were talking about at that fish show or the fucking pet shop show? About the lettuce in the fucking fridge.
Oh yeah, we can talk about
like
that.
the fucking
Yeah,
house. Like your
yeah,
childhood
yeah. I
was
grew up
like,
in like kind of like a trap house.
Yeah, you grew up
yeah,
in a trap
I grew up
house.
in a trap house. Yeah, I grew up in a trap house.
I just don't want
Um,
to come out and say it.
No, that's good. I appreciate it. No. Yeah, for all intents purposes, I guess I grew up in a trap house. There's like a joke.
Because your dad's a meth head now, but
Yeah,
before
he wasn't.
he was a dad.
Yeah, he was a dad.
He was
He's
just
a
a kooky
dad.
guy.
My dad like recreationally used drugs, but like he was like fun. You know, like everybody loved being around my dad. He was like very party mode. You know what I mean? He was good. My dad's like the funniest person I've ever met in my entire life. I remember like my dad would like come to things and just make it like, you know, he would just like steal the show. You know, like he's just cracking jokes and shit.
Yeah, he was like a crazy person your entire childhood.
Yeah, and then he probably, you know, like exactly, and like my
Dropping you
parents
off at
were never
school
together. Yeah, drop me off at school late, would like
Oh.
bang my teachers and stuff
That's
like that.
Did he actually bang your teachers?
Yeah,
That's so funny.
my dad was 19 when I was born. So when I was like,
That's crazy.
when I was 7, my dad was 27 years old, and he would like, yeah, he would go on dates with my teachers and stuff
what
like
grade?
that. All the up until like 3rd grade, I think. Like up until like my teachers definitely started being married and old.
Yeah.
You know, but like I remember like.
Sometimes you get some hot young teachers.
I remember
you know?
being in like 2nd grade and seeing like my kindergarten teacher like hanging out with my dad. Like what? Like what?
And you're just wait outside of school.
Yeah.
That's the best shit. Is I remember because my mom owned a daycare, or my mom worked at a daycare, and then
Yeah.
we had a daycare as our family business. But I remember as a kid, you see the teacher outside the school, and it breaks your
Exactly.
brain.
Breaks your brain.
You think you live there.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Even though your mom comes home with you.
Yeah, and then your dad brings flowers to that teacher. And then you're like, what?
That's super weird. Now,
Yeah.
I
Your
guess-
dad's just
wait,
goated.
Is everybody my mommy?
Yeah. No. I knew who my fucking mom was. My mom would beat some ass, dude.
Did you know what a secret was? Did you like? You were pretty loudmouth back then. Where did you go like? Oh,
I was
flowers.
I was a blabbermouth. But yeah, never like that. I don't think my mom ever really gave a shit like that. My mom was married when I was 3.
Wait, and that was the funny thing. Your like you were saying like your dad would fucking, or that you would like first of all that you would scam the school. He would have you start wrangling you in on like bookie level.
Oh yeah, so like
schemes.
my dad would like take bets and stuff like that. Like I don't want to like totally incriminate my father, but
He's
he
fine.
was a great guy. But he would give me paper pools, what they were called, right? And you had to pick all of the NFL games, and I distinctly remember doing this from like 1st grade up until like, you know, 6th, 7th grade,
yeah.
right? And like my dad would give me these papers, and I would go to school with like 50 of them, and I would give them to like students and teachers
$1.
and stuff. They were $1. You had to pick
Pick every game.
every NFL game. Sometimes he would do them for college too.
Yeah.
So you'd go with like 100, and people would buy 2 to do college and NFL. And if you paid $1, if you got them all, you got $100. Virtually.
Physically impossible.
Always impossible
It's
to
like,
get every single
every
game.
in the
16 games correct every single week.
and just you're just going based on your feelings. But you
Pretty
just go
much.
tick, 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 tick,
These are kids.
and it's $1, so it kind of just feels like a fun thing to do.
Yeah, it got
But-
to the point where like, you know, like I was giving them to teachers.
But little Logan,
And like,
and they do it. It's all fun because Philly loves sports. But then you come
Yeah.
home and you're like, "Daddy, fuck it here. And he's like, thanks, my boy.
Yeah, no. They'd be like,
Thanks for
that's
the
lunch
cash.
money.
And everybody go, hey, that's for you.
That's exactly it. My dad would, exactly.
Here's your
You
cut.
You get
for
a
the
cut.
work you did. Yeah.
Yeah, was it you that were like, I feel like you used to sell stuff in school?
Yeah.
Yeah. And
Yeah,
I
like
did.
a racer fucking shop, you know?
Yeah. I sold energy drinks in school.
Amazing. Which ones?
They were called No Fears. So I went to high school in New Jersey, right?
Yeah.
And New Jersey got rid of this energy drink called No Fear at the time, or at least like my town did or something.
Yeah, there were all these weird offshoot energy
Exactly.
drinks.
But when I would go to my dad's house every other week, there was a corner store that sold these cans for $2. I would ask my dad for $50. I would go down to the corner store, buy as many cans as I could.
Yeah.
And then I would sell them. If ever gets a hold of this, shout out. I hope you're doing well.
The same did cocaine with.
yeah, it might be, dude. No, Nick goated. And Nick took, Nick would buy, I'm not even joking, he would buy like 10 of these cans at $5 a can every week. So I'd make the $50.
And he's just like, it's worth it. I can't. Also, kids can't drive, so he's just like, I
No.
love this string.
Yeah, he loved it. I would literally bring a drawstring bag full of energy drinks to school every Monday.
Did you ever do that with like Pokemon and Yu-Gi-Oh cards? Were you back when that was a kid?
I
did you
was
ever do
never
shit
like
that?
selling cards and stuff. Always like drinks, just
Yeah.
peddling like
There was always a kid.
stuff like that. And then I started working.
We hung out. I remember telling you we hung out with this like scumbag hustler kid. Who
Yeah.
Was, but he was like the opposite of Logan, where he was like. I went to his house after
He
knowing
came
him for
from,
a
like,
while.
a
Lives
good
in a
family.
fucking huge mansion. I don't know about the family being good, but I mean, like he is hustling out of a mansion. Like not the bottom line. His parents probably don't talk to him. You know what I mean? But he's always like. You know what? It was just like we were kind of had almost like childlike minds, and he had like an adult mind, and we would like, cause you know what? It was like our buddy, his dad bought all the Yu-Gi-Oh cards in like 2000.
Oh, so he would just, and then he gave them.
So
to
we
him.
had this huge box that we found
Yeah.
at his house, and we're like 14, and this kid's like 16, and then he goes, "Hey, if you give me the shiny ones, I'll take 5 of those shiny ones. I'll give you my PSP." And we're like, and one of the kids eventually goes like, "You have a PSP?"
Yeah.
And he goes,
Oh, it's done.
"Yeah, it's at my house down the street. Why don't you give me those cards? I'll be right back."
Gone.
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 And then you're just on the bus. You're like, and then like that's what I'm saying. Eventually, like I remember at one point he's like, "Oh, Joe, why are you taking my bus today?" He's like, "I'm coming home with Dylan to get the PSP."
Yeah,
and
fuck.
then Dylan walks home that day. Where is he? He didn't get on the bus.
Yeah,
that's what I'm saying,
that
like,
kid was
you
gone,
dodged that in
dude.
Forever.
That kid was good.
The PSP never existed.
That kid was just crushing
The
Yu-Gi-Oh tournament.
The PSP never
No,
existed.
he never had one. Yeah,
Or
see,
maybe it existed long ago, but that was it's literally like Uncut Gems, but for fucking kids.
yeah,
shit.
I remember like the art of beating people. I didn't realize like I was hustling, like energy drinks. My dad found out that I just kept asking him for money every week.
Yeah.
But I
He's like,
wasn't
what are you doing with this stuff?
I wasn't using the money that I was getting from and all my other people. Oh shit! Don't let me say his full name.
You did it already. You want me
I
to
know.
cut that
Yeah,
out?
cut all of
I'm gonna
that.
cut that out, and I'm gonna cut out all the ages and the teenage sex stuff.
yeah. Cut any. You could say Nick, but let's cut his last name out. I just realized I'm not fucking talking to you without a camera in my face.
Yeah.
Anyway.
Cut all last names. Yeah.
Yeah, cut all last names. But anyway, yeah. So all the money I was making off of that, I just wouldn't give it to my dad. I would just hoard it and like buy video games and shit like that,
Where
like
does my kid
candy
have
and
money?
shit. I was
Yeah.
a little fat kid, and my dad asked me one day, he's like, "What are you doing? Like, I give you $50. Like, what are you doing with all this money?" And I was like, I'm selling these energy drinks. And he goes, "And you're selling all of them?" And he goes, "Yeah." He goes, "Why the fuck am I giving you $50?" My dad started demanding a cut. I started getting charged to
right.
cut.
Like, he's like, "I'm actually very proud of you."
Yeah,
but
give me my
this is
money
what I
back.
taught you, but that's not how it
You
works.
little son of a bitch.
Cut
Don't
me
rob
in.
me.
Yeah.
My dad, when he had a bar, he taught me how to, he was like, "You're going to start bartending?" I was like, "Yeah." He's like, "You want to know how to steal from the bar?"
Okay.
Yeah, sure. And he was like, "Look, what you do is like if somebody comes in and they're going to order 6 drinks, what you do is you charge them a 6-pack. And then you pocket the rest of the money, but you charge them individually, so they pay you individually for each drink." And he's like, "You pocket the difference. That way the inventory matches up." He's like, "That's how I would do it." But see, I have dumb people that are around me that steal from me because my dad owned a bar, and he
Yeah.
would like,
Gotta around anymore.
Yeah. No, it's not around anymore. No.
You can't host an open mic there.
No, we cannot. I wasn't allowed in that bar after 6 p.m. That was the rule.
See, like a scumbag dad with like fun little good rules in there that
Yeah, my
protected
dad
your
was.
mind.
My dad had fun rules, you know.
No, but like that's good. It's like the kids around crazy stuff, but not after 6.
Yeah, not after 6.
Where
Yeah.
like he just knows he's gonna get super rowdy in there, and you don't need to see that shit.
That's like my entire family, though. They all tell stories, and they always love to neglect the fact that there was a child in most of these stories. Like, they'd be like, yo, you remember when your dad got pulled over going over the bridge with no shirt, no shoes on, and an open container in the car? It's like, no, I don't remember that, but you know what? I was actually there.
3.
Yeah, I was actually there, and he had a 1-year-old in
My
the fucking...
brain wasn't done forming yet.
Yeah.
I don't remember.
I was a baby. Yeah, you remember
You
that?
said,
Oh.
well, tell the lettuce story.
Oh, the lettuce story. Yeah, that's a good one. So, like, grew up in a trap house for all intents purposes, right? And they sold weed was one of those things. And I remember we didn't have a kitchen, right? We literally had a room with a fridge and a stove.
The
in
fridge room.
The fridge room. It was like there was no floor,
No,
dude.
that's called an
It looked like your basement
It's
floor.
called an open floor setup. Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. It was chic. It was a homeless shelter chic. You know, that was the design. And I remember there's a joke that when I was like 7, I opened the refrigerator and there had supposedly been, you know, something like 35, 40 pounds of weed in the fridge, like stacked in the fridge. And I turned to everybody and I was like, you know, what is all this lettuce doing in the fridge?
And how old are you? You're 5?
I was like 7, maybe.
Yeah, and everyone's like,
To this day, I'm like 28. They're like, hey, Logue, you want to smoke some lettuce with us? And I was like, yeah, that was something that should not have been around me as a
were
child.
there some of the people who were at your Phunniest finals? You had the whole fam come out.
Yeah, I had a lot of my fam. My fam flew up. Some of them flew up from Florida and stuff. It was really
That's
cool.
sick. I could tell. Like they were hyped for you. It was fun to see the
The last
outpouring.
time they were all there was 2019. I lost in the first round.
They came up.
They came. They came. They were all living in Philly at the time, so
Fun.
they all came. So this is now. They all came. But no, just a few of my aunts and uncles that were around that and that know that. My grandmom was there, who I did a joke about. She loved it and stuff. But yeah, no, my family is very like well aware of my dad and like kind of like we're all just like a different.
Was your mom there?
My mom was not there. My stepdad came. Shout out Ted. Fucking Ted. Fucking shout out Ted. Everybody needs a Ted.
Was that the guy with the beard?
Yeah.
Yeah,
If
Ted's chill.
Ted came to every single one of my funniest. If you are a step parent and you're there for your kid, you fucking rule. You're a Ted.
If you're a step parent, yeah.
It's weird because like I like to introduce Ted as my dad, right?
Yeah.
But like I can't introduce him as my dad at comedy shows.
You know what you should do?
Because I spend 5 minutes talking about how my dad does meth and is like a scary.
The meth head dad? No, that's
yeah.
my real dad. You know what you should do? You should change your last name dramatically to your
yeah. Adopt myself. You know, we watched a video
It's a
like that
fun
one
thing
time,
for,
and I was like,
every adult in my life. Too.
yeah. I was like, that's real kind of cool, right? And he's like, yeah. I was like, yeah, too bad I'm trying to do stand-up. I'm not going to. And also, his last name is Paulin. So I'd just be Logan Paul in. I'm not going to fucking do that. I can't do that. I'll be
Malin's
Logan
great.
Paul. Yeah. Malin's great.
Logan
Malin's
Paul.
great. I love Ted, though. Ted's the
man.
Yeah, Ted's the man. And, you
Ted's
know.
like, who is the guy that signed Tyler, the Creator?
I don't know.
What's his name? Rufus or whatever? No. Who is
Jasper?
No, Jasper's his buddy.
That's his
It was,
buddy,
Clancy.
right?
Wasn't it
Clancy, yeah.
Yeah. You need a guy a positive male
a
figure.
positive male role model. No, Ted, you know, he was the only one that had no biological predisposition to me and was my best parent, which is huge.
Yeah, that's awesome.
That's crazy,
That's
right?
huge.
Especially because like my stuff is so weirdly like specific. It's like wouldn't it be funny if I was just making all this up and like my dad and my mom
That would be
was,
sick.
like,
Well, you know, it's the thing. Well, I
happily.
think of this all the time. When like, because like you are a maniac, and sometimes it doesn't make sense how much of a maniac you are, but then you find out more about your upbringing, and it's actually the more you find out, it's actually crazier that you're not more like
insane.
demented. You know what I
yeah,
mean?
I've
Like
chilled out.
we're like, you know, we know like real retards and psychos. Like
Yeah.
you could be way worser.
Oh
Like,
yeah.
and you got like a pretty stable home life. You know what I mean? For
Yeah,
such a fucked
dude.
up upbringing.
I think
Not to say it was fucked up, but you know, it was definitely like,
I think a lot of my family helped
out
out.
around kids.
Yeah, there was a lot of drugs around kids, and there was a lot of problems around kids. But it was, as I got older, who would have guessed that would have turned into top 3 at Billy's
Top 3 of Billy's Funniest, baby.
There's always a silver lining.
I just wanted. This is like season 2 of the pod. It's looser.
This is fun.
We're doing I want to do stories and interviews.
Yeah, I like that.
I want to end it with I love movies. Have you watched anything good that you'd recommend?
Dude,
Let's talk about what we watched.
I just watched Talk to Me last night.
What's Talk to Me?
It's an A24 horror movie.
Is the one with the hand?
The Hand.
Was that good?
It was good. It was good. I don't really love horror movies. Sid loves horror movies. And it was her birthday, so we watched a horror movie, and it was fucked up. There was a lot of moments. I don't want to ruin the movie, but it was a very fun movie. It was good, very gory.
Cool.
There was a lot of moments though. I feel like we should Twitch stream watching horror movies because there's just a lot of fallacies inside them. It's all about kids getting a demon inside of them and abusing it like it's a drug.
Yeah.
Right? So it's where are the parents the entire time? That's what I'm asking myself. Where are the parents?
They don't have a Ted.
No, they have no Teds in that movie at all. But that was a fun movie. I like that one.
I don't like horror movies either. I really don't. It's not my preference.
Yeah.
But in October,
that's when
you gotta watch horror movies. And I feel like last year, me and Maria, we basically nailed down 4 movie nights in October. Probably every Sunday night, you and your girl got to fucking lock up and watch some horror.
Yeah,
and, so I'm kind of banking horrors to watch.
Why don't you like horror movies, though?
I don't like the feeling of being scared.
Yeah, I hate
the feeling that it gives you. It makes me
I'm man enough to say
it. Makes me in the movie. I know it's fake, and then it makes me think, what if it was real? And then I'm like, that's fucked up.
Dude, before we move into this our new apartment, Sid makes me watch this horror movie about a guy living in the walls of somebody's new apartment.
Wait, what's that, Parasite or whatever?
I don't know. I don't know. Maybe it was this indie horror movie where the lady's a stay-at-home mom and she's doing stuff and her shit's being moved around and stuff. I'm like, why would you make me watch this fucking shit?
Yeah. Get a ring cam, bitch.
Oh.
Get 2 ring
No
cams.
cameras in the house.
You don't have cams in the house?
Not in the house.
Oh, yeah. I don't yet, but I would.
No.
No, not yet.
No, don't put them in the house. People can hack them.
People can hack them, right?
Also, you don't want to film yourself. I mean, you might because you're a weirdo.
Nah.
But I don't want to film myself while I'm jerking off on my couch.
Just gotta hide where you jerk off. You're right. No, but
you gotta find the blind spots where you live.
Yeah. Oh, you're right. I'm introducing Big Brother into the home. But yeah, saving up some horrors for October. I'm already thinking about it though. I'll watch. What's it? Get Out or not Get Out?
Get Out. Yeah, that's
what it's called. Get Out.
Jordan Peele movie.
No. What's the one you said?
Oh,
Talk
to Me.
Talk to Me.
Talk to Me.
Come inside me. And then,
that's the
that's the
parody.
One, probably my favorite horror movie ever is The Shining, because it's just
M. Night Shyamalan.
No, that's it's Kubrick. Stanley Kubrick.
I don't fucking know.
Shining. It's the one Jack Nicholson in the hotel. You ever seen that one?
I thought it was Bruce Willis.
No, that's M. Night Shyamalan. Yeah.
Yeah.
No, you got the first one correct. Yeah. But Jack Nicholson with the axe.
Yeah.
In the
Here's
hotel.
Johnny.
Yeah.
I found it. I got it.
Have you seen that movie?
I have seen it.
It's the best horror movie. It's just so actually scary.
Best horror movie.
It definitely that movie is
I hate horror movies
what is
so
scary
much.
about the actual world of paranormal shit. I get the same feeling watching The Shining as I do when I'm upstairs at the Friendly Lounge alone. I'm like, there is something else here.
I refuse to believe in demons.
You don't believe in demons or ghosts?
No.
I believe in them.
No, I believe in karma and stuff.
I believe in
is
karma
funny.
too, but
Yeah, but I don't. No.
You don't believe in ghosts?
I grew up Catholic. You can't do that.
I believe in Catholic. But if you believe in it, that's what's fucked up.
I think you can't. I don't want to see demons and shit.
I don't want to.
I'm so stressed out about normal shit, being places on time and stuff. I can't also worry about seeing people.
I think there are good spirits and bad spirits, and I think you gotta.
I think that's crazy.
I think you gotta be careful about what you let into the world. You know what I mean? But that's what I'm saying. But there are good spirits and there are bad spirits, and I am pretty positive there's a spirit at the Friendly Lounge, and I'm pretty sure
it's good.
It's good. fun.
Yeah, wait,
I've literally gone
We've been
up
making him laugh or them laugh or her
I
laugh.
think if we were doing some pussy commie bullshit up there, then he would just like always be throwing chairs and rattling us.
Yeah.
And, like,
If
everyone
it was alt stuff, dude, he'd be pissed.
as long as we
The
keep
floor would
as long
cave
as we
in.
keep it real. I imagine
Yeah.
like, but dude, I've literally gone up in that upstairs.
Yeah, I've been up there.
No, but like I've been alone.
Oh, same.
And I'm all fucked up, and I turn off the lights, and I go, "If you're up here, fucking fuck with me right now. Fucking fuck with me right now." And then nothing. He never
Well,
does.
you're a psychopath. Yeah,
I want like
the
hand to
bartender-
like.
the bar. Yeah.
Oh, there he is. I'm waiting for like a
No.
guy, like the hand around the door.
Dude, I went up there one time. The bartender just assumes that I'm one of you guys. I think.
Yeah.
And he's like, yo, I need you to go upstairs and turn the light off. The light's not off. And I was like, all right, I'll go up there. But I didn't turn any.
It gives you this fucking feeling
Ah,
on your
yeah.
neck. No, but that's what I'm saying. Like, there are normal places.
That's
and
just
when
how you feel.
When you
though.
turn that light off down there, you know you're fine, but you're like,
it's
something's
crippling
right
anxiety.
fucking behind
That's what
me.
it is.
Something. Everyone also like I've had ghost people go up there before. I think season 4 of Friendly, we need to go do a full Ghost Hunters episode. You know, one time I asked
did.
Sean and Connor we were gonna
I don't fuck with that.
we were gonna
shit.
sneak up to the 3rd floor, wait
And
till the bar
Ouija
to
board.
close, and sleep overnight and see what happens there.
No, what the
overnight.
fuck is wrong with you?
You wouldn't
guys?
do that?
No, the ghost of Jimmy Hoffa will kill you. Or
I want to
something.
see the ghost, dude.
No.
I think the ghost lives in the sign.
Yeah, I don't.
I think we might have accidentally
I think
moved-
that you'd just be in a gross upstairs room, and you'd probably catch like asbestos poisoning or something.
Yeah, it's definitely not good for the breath. I
Yeah.
think we accidentally infected Haggart and York with the ghost, and I think people are probably having way more fun now. That's what I'm saying.
It's a party
I
ghost.
feel like I've
It
known-
could be like an old Italian, like
People
dude's
are
like,
always
we're
fucking-
here to laugh and have music and.
I think there's a ghost in the back of the room, like making sure we're keeping it real with the comedy. Am I like a schizophrenic person? Like,
Yeah,
this,
I don't think there's any ghosts. I think that I don't want to even say this though, and then I get followed by some fucking crazy shit.
I think it's a fun mobster ghost.
That could be cool.
Yeah. But any movies I've
James
seen,
Gandolfini is
Yeah.
fucking haunting the friendly.
I
Rock.
go up there and I leave a little plate of gabagool.
Yeah.
and when I come back, it's gone. And it's either
Gabagool.
the rats or the Gandolfini ghost.
Yeah, it's probably the rats.
He's
though.
the gabagool.
Yeah, I love it. I love when people are like, "Dude, must have been a ghost." No, it's probably like the fucking
Rats, yeah.
vermin. Yeah.
But if it was ever a place that's really, really haunted,
In Philadelphia, yeah, probably.
it's two. It's where I work, the Academy of Music and the Friendly Lounge. Those are two haunted spiritual places.
Yeah, really anything on Walnut Street, I feel like.
Yeah, you don't
is-
fucking do that. Wait, anything? Wait, did I watch anything good that I would recommend? No, just watch the Harry Potter movies, man. Watch the Harry Potter movies.
Fucking
Me and
Harry
Maria,
Potter.
We just got a Harry Potter Legacy, and I'm playing Black Ron. I'm Blonald Bleasley. And
You got to
Maria-
say Maria's character.
And Maria's they miney gender.
Yeah. I like that. I like the non-binary Hermione Granger.
Well, that was part of the game because.
J.K. Rowling, by the way, if she knew this was happening, she would fucking take the game back from you.
Well, this is deep. This is part of the backstory. When the game was coming out, they were like slam. That was mid her being slammed. But like they'd
Yeah.
already built the game, so they were like, that you need to make the They intentionally went back and made the character creator like any gender. So so like literally in the character creator, you could like put all the girl hair on the boy characters. You could toggle. There's a toggle of what type of. There's a toggle on the bottom of which.
It's
bathroom
about
they get
time
to
our
use.
fucking wizard games and witch games
I like
reflected the community that
I
plays
just wish
it.
you could make them have big, fat, milky tits, but they're all 15. The game makes them 15, so you can't change their tit size. Otherwise,
Let's
I would.
bleep that part out.
Actually, I think we're done.
Let's go do some comedy.
Let's go to Raven Lounge and do some comedy. That's been fun.